Mental health is something that everyone deals with, but something that not everyone talks about. We wanted to see if there was a clear divide between generations or if it's something that people have learned to embrace.
Sometimes things are just too much and you just can't handle everything all at once.
We call it excuses, they might call it something else.
Two different ages and two very different views on mental health.
Yeah, nobody ever talked about that kind of stuff growing up around where I grew up at, here in Pittsburgh,
But now people are talking about it, especially the younger generation.
I've been dealing with it since I was born.
I think it's good that people are talking about it more because it's something everybody deals with, but something that's kind of hard and tricky for everybody.
We hit the streets to talk to people about a topic that, as you just heard, can be hard and tricky. For the most part, we found people were really receptive to the idea of mental health.
Well, I think everybody should have to deal with mental health. When you get up in the morning, it's like you have to have some purpose.
I think more people are talking about mental health, but I also think that it's not so much a generational thing as much as there's so much going on in the world between fighting two wars on two different continents and all kinds of other crazy things that are happening. It's important.
Behavioral therapist Lane Filio believes Generation Z is to thank for that change.
I love that Gen Z is bringing it to their attention.
The Pew Research Center considers anyone born after 1996 as Gen Z.
Well, I think that they have helped to destigmatize it a lot. I think things like TikTok have both helped and hurt, but just being able to talk about it and talk about it with your friends and then encourage your family members to talk about it and encourage everybody to go and get therapy if they haven't before.
Now, therapy is another major factor in this story. A recent study from the APA says that a third of Gen Zers say they've received therapy for their mental health. If that's something you'd like to learn more about, we have information available for you at WTAE.com. Reporting from downtown Pittsburgh, Lily Coleman, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.